evening, all of you. Today I am presenting refractory MIS-C treated with biologicals. We worked under Dr. Pal Subramanian sir, head of the department KKSTH, and Dr. Janani Shankar, Department of Pediatrics. I am Dr. Ishwar, final year DNB PC. And we are presenting today MIS-C best treated with immunomodulators. And some MIS-C children are not responding to immunomodulators. At the times, biologicals may be required for refractory diseases. We are sharing our experiences with you. This is the first child, 5 years old male child, came with fever 4 days, vomiting 3 days, and redness of eyes 3 days, and rash 2 days. This child had a contact history with their mother 2 months back. She was symptomatic COVID positive. And this is the child presented with rash all over the body and bulbar conjunctivitis. On examination, child was alert and febrile, and bulbar conjunctivitis bilateralized. On systemic examination, CVS S1, S2 is had, and S3 gallop rhythm present, and remaining systems within normal limits. The 2D echo, that is suggestive of right ventricular dysfunction with ejection fraction of 55. And we go through some investigations for this child. HB 10.4 and total count 7,700, and differential count neutrophil 77, and CRP highly elevated, and RFT suggestive of hyponatremia, and liver function test normal, D-dimer and ferritin high, and the child anti-proBNP has no 2D echo suggestive of RV dysfunction. This is the child. This is fitting the MIS-C criteria because the child 5 years of age with fever more than 3 days, and rash and bilateral non-pulmonary conjunctivitis present, and hypotension. Features of myocardial dysfunction seen in 2D echo. Evidence of coagulopathy, elevated D-dimer levels, and acute gastrointestinal problems like vomiting and abdominal pain occasionally present. And elevated markers of inflammatory markers like CRP is very high, and blood culture steroid, and COVID antibodies like IgG positive, and the child has contact history of COVID with his mother. Finally, this criteria fulfilled MIS-C, and we treated this child with IV fluids in view of low BP. Bolus given, and started on IV MPS 10 mg per kg. Despite fluid boluses, hypotension has persisted. That's why we given IVIG 2 gram per kg over 12 hours, and IV MPS was continued for 3 days. In spite of we are giving IVIG and MPS, child had persistent fever spikes and tachycardia. In view of persistent fever spikes and tachycardia is there. That's why we started on injection anakinra 4 mg per kg subcutaneously were given for 3 days. After 3 doses of anakinra, fever spikes was settled drastically, and immediately repeated within 48 hours. Repeated CRP 7.8, and child clinical status was improved. Discharge on tablet, aspirin, and tablet to normal. This is we treated that child with anakinra. Remaining 4 children we treated with tocilizumab. This is I make one tabular form comparison of the 4 children we treated here. That is first child, the 14 years old male child, and history of 3 days, history of fever and loose stools for 2 days. On examination, child has a rash and conjunctival congestion, systems within normal limits, but child has had tachycardia and hypotension, and had contact history with COVID 40 days back, some relative in his family, and his counts 5,600, and neutrophils elevated. CRP is high. Remaining investigations within normal limits, and COVID IgG positive, and D-dimer ferritin elevated, and 2D echo suggestive of LV dysfunction. This we treated this child with IVIG and tocilizumab 1 dose because of persistent fever spikes. At the time, we didn't treat it with a MPS because of that there is no glycogen. Guidelines with steroids to treat them. See, that's why we didn't given that time, and outcome improved. Then that this is the second child, 8 years of male child. That is, this child presented with 8 days of fever, and this child has cough also. And on examination, rash, conjunctival congestion, and cheilitis present. Perabdominal and systems perabdominal examination suggestive of hepatomegaly. Vitals, child has had hypotension and tachycardia, and contact and IPC elevated the remaining investigation within normal limits, and this child COVID-19 RT-PCR positive with IgG positive and IgM positive, and D-dimer ferritin is also elevated, but today normal. This child also treated with IVIG 2 gram per kg for 2 days, and tocilizumab given in view of persistent fever spikes, but child improved. Immediately child improved next day. And child and part child, the child 4 years to 11 months. This child presented with 2 days history of fever and abdominal pain. And on examination, child has rash and conjunctival systems within normal limits, and in vitals of hypotension is there, and contact history with COVID-19 with his mother two, 2 weeks back, but even they didn't give proper history. And CBC suggestive of neutrophils 88 and lymphocytes 10, and CRP highly elevated, and LFT, RFT, and urine proteins within normal limits. And this child has COVID IgG positive with elevated D-dimer and ferritin. And pro-BNP we did at that time, that is 330/35, and today echo normal. This child we treated with IVIG 2 gram per kg for 1 day, and given injection MPS 10 mg per kg for 3 days. And the child had persistent fever spikes after instead of given IVIG and MPS, we started tocilizumab 1 dose. Child improved. And this is the fourth child. This is this fourth child, the 5 years 6 months female child, fever for 3 days and abdominal pain 3 days. And this child has no rash and conjunctivitis, but this child had edema, dorsum of hands and feet, and systems within normal limits. Vitals are stable. Vitals are stable, and contact history with COVID-19 4 weeks back with whole family members are symptomatic. And this child investigations initial total counts, neutrophil count elevated with lymphopenia, and CRP elevated, and LFT, RFT, urine proteins in normal limits. COVID IgG was positive, and D-dimer ferritin highly elevated. This child today echo normal. This child was treated with IVIG and injection MPS for 3 days. In spite of instead of high fever spikes and the child in hypotension persistently, we started tocilizumab 1 dose. Child improved. This is counts and the CRP after tocilizumab. This every child responded very effectively. That CRP of that children after 48 hours are this is first child 210 to 74 dropped, and second child dropped 317 to 75, and fourth child 116 to 82, but remaining counts became normal. This is an article we are posted in Indian Academy of Pediatrics, did by Dr. Balasubramanian sir and the PhD team. Hyperinflammatory syndrome in a child with COVID-19 treated successfully with IV immunoglobulins and tocilizumab. This is the counts with IVIG and tocilizumab. The drastic response with tocilizumab is there. The counts became normal, and CRP drastically come down. This is the case report of use of anakinra that is did outside. And as per the American College of Rheumatology clinical guidelines for MIS-C were given like that. Hospital patient with MIS-C is in shock or child in shock, treatment IVIG 2 gram per kg and methylprednisolone IV 1 to 2 mg per kg per day. If that disease is refractory, then we increase the steroid methylprednisolone 10 to 30 mg per kg per day, or we can start a high dose of anakinra. If the child, if that any person presented with MIS-C without shock, first line of treatment IVIG 2 gram per kg. If that that has any refractory to the disease, we can start methylprednisolone IV 1 to 2 mg per kg per day for 5 days, and or we can give high dose of anakinra. This is a non-life-threatening disease. Absence of shock or end organ dysfunction. If child has shock, respiratory distress, MODS, and cardiac dysfunction, and severe neurological or renal dysfunction, we are considered as a life-threatening disease. If MIS-C, no response after 48 to 72 hours, persistence of fever or persistent end organ dysfunction, we can treat with anakinra 4 mg per kg per day, IV or subcutaneous for 3 to 5 days. If anakinra is unavailable, then consider tocilizumab for refractory MIS-C, that IV 8 mg per kg single dose. If KD phenotype, consider infliximab 5 mg per kg per dose, IV single infusion. And tocilizumab, that is interleukin-6 receptor antagonist and monoclonal antibody, inhibition of interleukin-6 receptors and leads to reduction in cytokine and acute phase reactive production. We can administration this drug over 60 minutes using the dedicated IV line. Do not administer the IV push or IV bolus. Solution should be clear and colorless. Some adverse reactions are there. Increased serum cholesterol and constipation.
Stick to your time, please.
SGPT, SGPT, local injection site reactions. 1 second. And anakinra interleukin-1 receptor antagonist, and dose we can give 2 to 10 mg per kg subcutaneously, and inject into out of areas of upper arms and eyes, allow solution to warm and cool temperature. Adverse reactions, vomiting, infection site, injection site reactions, headache and arthritis. And take-home messages in children with MIS-C refractory to IVIG and steroids. Biologics are a treatment of choice. Tocilizumab and anakinra are most effective. Anakinra should be made available in India. And we are thankful to Dr. Balasubramaniam sir. He has treated 4 cases in MIS-C, and we are thanking Janani madam. She treated one case with tocilizumab, and we we're thankful to Dr. Karthik Surya sir and Dr. Balaramchandra sir and PAC team, and Dr. Chandrika Bhatt. We were airlifted 3 doses of anakinra with the help of Dr. Chandrika Bhatt. She had treated 3 cases such anakinra, and first case of her, she was treated previously, that is ready to publish.
Thank you. Thank you. Sir, SBS sir, let me ask SBS sir to conclude this presentation with his remarks regarding biologicals.
Only thing is, Dr. thank you. Actually, the child who received anakinra, we got it from Rainbow Children's Hospital, Bangalore, where Dr. Chandrika Bhatt had already used in 3 cases. Her series is getting published. It is accepted in Indian pediatrics. This is the first time anakinra has been used. In India, it's not commercially available. The Rainbow Hospital, Bangalore has imported and made stocks. I came to know of it and I called her, and she immediately airlifted the same the next morning. That's how we could use it. In fact, I'm happy to tell that we have 2 vials of anakinra with us. If any patient in Chennai requires, we can give those 2 vials to anybody for an emergency, and we can get it from Bangalore. Dr. Suma Balan, who's the president of the IAP, IAP Pediatric Rheumatology chapter, is trying her best to convince the company Eli Lilly to make the anakinra, MSD to make it available in India. I'm sure we would have anakinra commercially available. Per day it will cost about 10 to 30,000 rupees. And we used it only for 3 days because of dramatic response. But in difficult cases, you may have to use it even for 4 weeks where the cost might go up. For this patient, we use this mainly because tocilizumab, at that point, it was available only in black. It would have cost 1.5 lakhs for this patient. And safety-wise, anakinra is superior to tocilizumab. Tocilizumab is now taking a backseat. Anakinra and infliximab are moved up.